Hello! So given that it is very nearly Christmas by the time this video goes up, I thought I would do the Feeling Festive tag today. This has been floating around BookTube. I actually saw it off of Jenny from Jenny King first, but it was created by Liv at the Book Nook. And I have not been tagged, but you know, who cares? Let's break the rules. I'm going to do the Feeling Festive tag. So as long-term people should already know, I'm going to be looking down because there's quite a few questions. So there's sort of four groups. So the first group is Festive Favourites. Number one is a favourite Christmas movie. Now it's quite hard to pick an absolute favourite, but I'd probably say Nativity. It's definitely one that I always make sure that I watch. Normally when I'm putting up the tree, Nativity will be on in the background. That said, I really enjoy the Polar Express, which I haven't been able to watch this year because it's recorded on my television box and my television box is broken. So I am without Polar Express this year, but there you go. Those are two of the favourites. I'd say Nativity is probably right up there. I really love Nativity. It's just so fun. If you haven't seen it, you should. Number two, favourite Christmas song. Again, it's kind of difficult to pick a favourite, especially because now that I don't work in retail, I don't actually get to listen to many Christmas songs. It's probably the thing that I miss most about retail, though most people would not say the same thing. But I really enjoyed the time of year when the Christmas songs would come on the radio and it was so exciting. I think a standard one has to be Fairy Tale of New York by the Pogues, purely because it's a song that I would happily listen to at any time of year, although everyone seems to be really down on it this year, which is just wrong. It's like an amazing song. Anyway. Number three is favourite Christmas television. I am an EastEnders watcher, so I always look forward to the EastEnders Christmas special. Obviously last year they started the Festive Bake Off, so I enjoy that, and they're doing it again this year, which is exciting. That's sort of my Christmas Day television, but this year in the lead up I'm watching Alias Grace, and I don't know why, but it's just getting me so Christmassy and festive. I think it's because it's like oldie worldy, traditionally big houses. There was an episode, the last episode I watched, where they actually had Christmas and it was snowing. I don't know, there's just something about that series that's making me feel really Christmassy. Number four is a favourite Christmas book. To be honest, I don't really read by the season, and other than Christmas Days by Jeanette Winterson, which I read last year, which I would recommend, is amazing, I don't really read Christmassy specific books, but one book that I've been really enjoying and that has kind of come to mean Christmas for me is His Dark Materials by Philip Pullman. I've spoken about this before, about how I've got into the habit of reading one on the sort of week leading up to Christmas and then making sure that I finish it on Christmas Eve, which I don't know if it's going to be possible to do this year because I'm busy on Christmas Eve, but I'm going to try and finish it the day before, or maybe on Christmas Day itself. I just think there's something really magical and cosy and wonderful about those books, and they have really come to mean Christmas for me. Number five, favourite Christmas season snack. It's got to be Stollen for me. Normally I go for the savouries. I do love the peanuts and everything like that, but it's got to be Stollen for me. I shouldn't really eat it, but it's one that I really just can't give up because it's just Christmas in a taste for me. Love it. Number six, favourite Christmas Day food. To be honest, who doesn't love all of the food? I'm going to go out there on a limb and say Brussels sprouts because they are like the best vegetable that ever happened. I adore them. And also my mum always makes this vegetable plat for my dinner, which we don't have at any other time of year, so I really enjoy that as well. Number seven, favourite Christmas decoration, and please show us. I haven't got a Christmas decoration to show you because I'm not that prepared and I didn't look at the questions before I came here where my Christmas decorations are not. But to be honest, I enjoy the whole facade. I kind of think that the lights are my favourite thing. Like, my mum's always been a big one for baubles, and it used to be a big thing putting on the baubles, and she used to really make it a precision exercise and take hours over each one. Like, us kids weren't allowed to join in because we messed up the baubles, but for me, I would be quite happy with a Christmas tree with no baubles and just lights on them. I think the lights are so fun and magical, and it's really lovely getting up first thing in the morning and turning on your Christmas tree lights. Like, I'm gonna miss it so much when it's not there, but yes, so the lights win for me. Number eight, what is your favourite part of Christmas? I've got to be honest, I think it's definitely the lead up. Christmas Day itself, I'm never that fussed with. I find it quite draining. Especially this year, it's going to be a lot of people and a lot of activity, which isn't necessarily my favourite thing. Obviously, I'm looking forward to it and I'm sure it will be lovely. But I'm really enjoying the lead up at the moment because, as I say, it just feels so cosy and comforting. It's like being in a little warm bubble of Christmas at the minute, and it's just really, really nice. I think it's lovely at this time of year when you're working towards Christmas Day, because it kind of gives everything a focus which lacks at other times in the year. And yeah, I just really enjoy it. And we've got our Christmas food we bought last week, and we're already eating it. Because actually I thought, do you know what, after Christmas I don't actually want all the Christmas snacks and everything. I'd rather eat them in the lead up when we're all excited and it's all fun, because otherwise after Christmas it's just kind of leftover food that you're stuck with, isn't it? Anyway, then we're on to the next section, which is called Traditionally Speaking, and number 9 is tell us about your favourite Christmas tradition that you and your family have either on Christmas Day or as part of the season. To be honest, we don't really have Christmas traditions anymore. I think that's really sad, but Christmas is definitely an ever-evolving time in my household at the moment. My brother left home to go quite far away. He's been back for one Christmas, but obviously when he left, most of our traditions left with him, because it was just sort of 3 of us left, and we kind of developed our own traditions. Like last year we watched a film instead of playing a game or anything, and actually that was really nice. But this year it's going to be different again because my partner's coming, and also we've got other people visiting as well. So traditions are kind of thrown up in the air at the moment, which in a way upsets me, because, you know, I think Christmas Day is that one day, isn't it? And the traditions are so lovely because they're the same throughout your lifetime. But yeah, we're kind of doing away with all the traditions, and I think it's kind of that time in my life where it's down to me to make my own traditions. So, you know, it's a transition period. But one thing we do is we usually have a takeaway on Christmas Eve, which we are doing this year. Though we usually have Chinese, we're trying Indian this year, which, to be honest, I prefer an Indian. So, you know, that's kind of our tradition. Number 10, any new traditions you would like to start? If you have already started one, how is it going? Well, funnily enough, as I said, it's my time to make new traditions. As I said as well, this is kind of a transition year, so it's not really time to start making traditions, just because of our living situation. But one tradition that I did do is I put the Christmas tree up on the first weekend of December, because, you know, that's what I do. And also obviously buying the Christmas food and eating it all before Christmas, you could call a tradition. But yeah, at the moment, because we're not having Christmas on our own as well, I think it's not really a time when we've made our own traditions. But I think this is probably the formative year, because it's my first year with my partner sort of spending Christmas together. So to keep things fair, we're visiting people on Christmas Eve, Christmas Day and Boxing Day, and I think that's probably going to become a long-standing tradition. So, you know, I think it is going to be a year of forming some traditions, though what they are yet, who can tell. And the next section is called Giving and Receiving. Number 11, what's the most memorable gift you've ever been given, good, bad, or for any other reason? To be honest, one that really comes to mind, and I'm only really thinking about recent Christmases, but one that really does stick in my mind is my typewriter. I don't know if you can't see it, but it's just up on my bookshelf there. It was a complete surprise. My mum just bought it for me, and she kept saying, oh, I don't know if you're gonna like this gift, I don't know, it's a bit of a gamble, don't worry if you don't like it. And I just adored it. I think it was perfect. I've always wanted a typewriter. Admittedly, I don't use it for writing, purely because if you have ever tried writing on a typewriter, they're really not that practical for getting a lot done, but they look amazing, and I just will always treasure it. It's wonderful. Number 12, have you ever re-gifted something in Christmas that you've been given during the year? No, I haven't actually. I'm not one for being against re-gifting, but I've never actually done it with a Christmas gift. Yeah, no, that's never happened. Number 13, do you prefer lots of little presents or one big one? I'm definitely a lots of little presents kind of person, and this year that's been especially the case. Everyone's sort of saying, what do you want, what do you want? I'd rather have a lot of little books or a lot of little trinkets and things than one big gift, because there's nothing big that I need. I think it kind of depends on your need. I suppose if there's something big that you want that you haven't been buying for yourself, then a big one would be better, but I definitely prefer lots of little ones, because I think for the most part anything big that I need I buy through the year, and Christmas is just a time for sort of treats and little bits that maybe you wouldn't buy for yourself but that you really enjoy having. So yeah, little ones for me. And then the last section this Christmas, and the last question, 14, what are you most excited about for Christmas this year? I think, to be honest, I'm most excited about spending it with my partner. it's going to be really lovely. I've never had a partner who's actually spent Christmas with me before. That's another story. So yeah, I'm really excited about it. I've also never spent Christmas with another person's family, and obviously we're spending Boxing Day with his family and sort of having a second Christmas day. So that's going to be really wonderful, and I think it's just gonna, as I say, it's probably going to form this new tradition that we do together, and I don't know, it's just going to feel like my first properly adult Christmas, I think, which I'm really excited for. Yeah, that's all the questions. I'm not going to tag anyone because 'tis the season of giving, so I give this tag to you. Please do it and link me down below, and I will see you next time. Bye.